investigation into the Alterum and the unidentified suspect is still ongoing. We urge all citizens to remain vigilant, avoid spreading rumors, and exercise caution when traveling alone at night.
Is messing around with people while they sleep a habit of yours? Yes. You could phrase that differently. Yesterday, when I was in that nightmarish state, did I trouble you? You could only see the blanket. How was that cute? It's a little hazy, but I remember most of it. I also remember how you stacked blankets on me and did a test with carrot juice. They became more frequent after I returned from Chansha City, and in those dreams, I always forget who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. The me in my dreams, however, has his own mission to complete. Good morning.
Ever, which announced the Fountain of Ate initiative, has revealed the first phase of the project, the Val Sanatorium. According to several reports, Val Sanatorium is using medical pods called Rebirth cocoons to treat patients with protocore syndrome.
You're right. They all died like that, after emerging from their cocoons. Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
That won't be necessary. My robot vacuum has its own social life.
Emissary!
Let go of me.
So that's where you went, Shuchi. Why didn't you tell me? I'm
The son of a distant relative. He loves sci-fi movies and cartoons. I suppose his latest hobby is running away from home. And he's the master of that.
Well, you could say that. I live in the Fractal Library,
Excuse me?
in a nearby residential area. He's just a regular pet dog. He's not special. Go on, Shuchi. Bark. That's not the correct sound. Okay, now shake.
I just got a text from his parents. They're going to pick him up.
I was actually planning to stay for a while. Right. I wanted to say hello. Uncle Zane will send me home.
It's cold, so you should head inside. I'll see him off. Why did you come here?
7 years ago, you promised to take up the position at the Fractal Library. I traveled here because I'm asking you to fulfill that promise. You were selected as the Emissary of the Divine. Astra ordained it, and your nightmare is the greatest proof of this.
I also said that I had my own choices to make and more important matters to attend to back then.
Was becoming that version of yourself in the nightmare also a choice? People think they're making choices most of the time, yet they're unaware that all these options lead to one inevitable outcome. Fate falls upon us like this snow. It is silent and inevitable. And you too are destined to become... Since you haven't made up your mind, there's no point in me staying here any longer. But... I left the Excessus bracelet you made for me at the library. Can you Make me another one, please. Thank you, Emissary. I'll take my leave now. In any case, you're welcome to find me at the Fractal Library in Lincoln City. I'll be sure to visit you again as well. The Emissary is a liar. I counted every single day for 7 years.
Yes, he needs to go home and write his reflection paper. You don't want to know what happened during the past few days when I disappeared? I said goodbye 3 days ago because I had accepted Carter's invitation. I'll be joining the Fountain of Ep.58 research project. It's ultimately an excuse. Something unexpected happened, and the nightmare arrived before I could carry out my plans. Lately, Oxo Hospital has received a large influx of unusual cases involving protocore syndrome patients. Some died shortly after hospitalization. Others transformed within a month and became... All these patients had recovered at Val Sanatorium after entering a medical pod called the Rebirth cocoon. Carter told me that Ever will soon hold a press conference to demonstrate the Rebirth cocoon's effectiveness to the public. We can't let them do as they please. I want to stop Ever's plans, not just for the protocore syndrome patients. I want to make amends for a mistake, one that should have been corrected years ago. Yet it still haunts me to this day. I know I disappeared without a word before, but will you come with me this time? Do you remember what you told me about the Deepspace collision chamber at the Gaia Research Center? Ever plans to restart that project. The new program they're showcasing at the sanatorium might be related to it. Isn't that a very convincing invitation? You're staying here to watch the house.